and from a public area, but I didn't want to go ahead and start doing more when he's called you. I thought I'd wait.
What's your name, sorry?
I didn't give my name.
What's your name?
I don't need to give you my name, do I?
Well, at the moment, we've been called, and as a police officer, I'm asking for your details.
Why?
Because, like I said, obviously at the moment, you're ultimately what's happening here. Okay, so I've had a chat with the site manager. And I'm listening and understanding your point in saying that you've obviously come off the property. All right. I don't know if you know anything about Concordia, but having had a chat to the manager here, it's quite a secure building. All right. You're not allowed on there. That's come from him. Okay. And he's politely asked you to move on and obviously stop recording because of the nature of the supplies and the goods within the site. Okay.
I know what the company is because I got it off the internet.
There we go. So in this situation, the best thing we can do is just ask you to move on. All right. Not record. Obviously from here, they're asking you not to do it. Right. At the moment, he's saying that in the building and the business itself, they do obviously supply quite high secure goods across the world on flights.
All right, let's pause for a second. Did you notice what just happened here? The auditor was standing calmly on the public pavement, not on their property. Yet the moment he asks a simple question, the officer immediately demands his name, his details, and tries to treat a lawful activity like a crime. But the funniest part? The auditor stays calm, polite, and still knows the law better than everyone on site. Tell me, is this really security or pressure tactics? What do you think?
And at the moment, it's just not appropriate, and obviously that's where we are with it. Okay. Now, in terms of what we're going to do as police, is we're going to do the same. We're just going to ask you to politely move on, just to obviously prevent any breach of the peace. Just to move on, go on your push bike and go and film a different place that is going to allow you to do that. Okay, and then it's just going to be end of sport. We will leave you to it. Okay. Ultimately, what we could potentially be facing is that if you're going to refuse to do that and allow for this business to move on with their day, we could be looking at other things then, couldn't we? Because what's happening here is this company now have had to send out managers and staff to obviously come and deal with yourself, and they're just kindly asking you, can you please stop filming?
But I'm doing photography in a public place. I'm allowed.
What they're saying is,
I'm allowed.
You by all means,
I'm allowed.
go the other side of the road. Obviously.
That's what I said I was going to do. I said I'm going to be over there. Over there on that footpath.
You've asked to use their toilet. You're not allowed to do that.
No, I'm not going to.
You've asked to go in and have a tour. You're not allowed to do it. Okay. There are rules in life that you have to follow.
No,
right?
I said to him. I said, go on.
For you to ask where the toilet is, if I can use the toilet, can I come in and have a tour? It's a no. All right.
No, I know you said no. That's no problem. We're not going to
get into it.
I'm not going to. I'm not.
And stuff.
I just asked him. I said, look, any chance I can use your toilet? He said, you must be joking. I said, fine. I said, as I'm here, would you like to give me a guided tour? I've got high vis. He said, no, I'm happy with that. Right. But I just want to go on the public footpath and do my video and a little bit of drone footage.
He's not going to. He's not.
Now look at this moment. Instead of giving a legal reason, the officer suddenly tells him, go across the road and film from there. But why? If it's perfectly legal here, why should it magically become acceptable 10 feet away? This is where things get interesting. The auditor knows she's deflecting, and she knows he knows. That awkward pause, that's the moment you realize the officer isn't enforcing law, she's enforcing discomfort. And the best part, she still can't explain what law he'd be breaking by standing exactly where he is. So here's the real question. When an officer gives instructions without authority, should you obey or stand your ground?
Allow for the drone.
He doesn't own the airspace, officer.
But the problem is that as the manager, he's being quite respectful and polite to you, isn't he? And he's just saying, please sir, can you not do this, all right? Obviously, he knows a lot more than me and you about this company, all right? And he's saying that in the building itself, it's obviously quite a high secure place where they provide goods and materials to put on flights to travel, right?
I'm allowed to photograph in a public area.
I'm not saying you're not allowed to photograph.
I'm allowed.
Go over there then.
That's what I said I'd do.
Make yourself sparse. Obviously, take photos and stuff.
Yeah.
But please don't go putting a drone up. We've got our headquarters there. That's our police headquarters. I don't know if you're aware of that.
No.
Right. That's our police headquarters there for Gwent Police.
But I'm not doing Gwent Police. So, I'm doing.
But obviously, as you can see, there's only a matter of meters between these buildings. Okay. So Concordia, they're obviously quite a high secure building. We've got our premises there as Gwent Police.
But I'm allowed. I'm allowed to do my drone footage. I'm allowed to do my drone footage. The CAA they have different zones in the UK. They have like red zones and amber zones. I'm not a drone officer,
but I can certainly check with the drone officer if that's where we're going to get to.
Yeah.
However, I feel that that's a little bit unnecessary for now. All right, and I think that what the best option here is just for you to obviously move on as you've been asked by a couple of people now. All right, but just move on, get on with your day. And
this is my day. I'm allowed. I'm not being.
Like I said, just go across the way then, and obviously.
Yeah, I was going to go across
across the way there. There's many other buildings on industrial estates that you can use.
Yeah,
and that you can photograph.
I will do them, but I was here, and what you're telling me is that because he don't like it, I can't film.
It's not a case of him not liking it. He's the manager, isn't he? And what he's saying is that because of the nature of the materials and the goods that are inside of this building.
But it's not unlawful to do photography from a public place.
It's again with that.
The officer literally says, "Go across the road, record other buildings, but not here." But hang on, this spot is a public place. The pavement belongs to the public, not the company, and definitely not to the officer. So why is filming legal on that side of the road? It's almost like the rule changes depending on where she wants him to stand, not what the law actually says. So tell me, if you were here, would you move just because she doesn't like it? Or would you stay exactly where the law allows you?
The company are asking you not to do it.
Yeah, I'm allowed though.
Let's not be awkward.
No.
Let's not make things difficult because otherwise they're going to end up difficult, okay?
Why?
Well, because of obviously the sort of attitude that you're giving.
I'm not. All I'm doing is exercising my rights to film in a public area.
But like I've just said, the company are saying to you, you're not allowed to do it. Please don't do it because our business has things in there that we don't want publicised across the internet and stuff.
The thing
do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I'm also exercising my rights. Okay, lawful rights as a citizen in England and Wales. I'm allowed to take photography in a public place unless...
Photography is different to drone though.
No, that's my first point. My second point is I'm allowed to put a drone up over any place unless it's in a flight restriction zone. And I've got a CAA app that tells me I'm allowed. And you're telling me I'm not. Now that's not lawful. If you stop me, if you prevent me from doing that,
you're completely confusing what I've said. What I've said to you is that business are asking you not to.
Yeah.
All right, they don't want you doing it. So can you not just respect that and be, respectful towards everybody involved here and just please just take your photographs, but they just don't want a drone up, okay?
But I am being respectful. I mean, I'm not getting into an argument or any conflict with you guys, but I am allowed to put a drone up, and you're saying, well, be respectful to them and don't put one up. But I'm allowed, and it's my right.
The auditor calmly explains, "I'm allowed to fly my drone here." The CAA app even confirms it. That's the official aviation authority. The same rules police themselves follow. But the officer, she just keeps repeating, "You're not allowed." This is the moment where the whole situation flips. The auditor knows the rules, has the legal app to prove it, and the officer still tries shutting him down like it's her personal no-fly zone. So let me ask you, if the law says yes, and the officer says no, who would you listen to?
It's my right to put a drone up in a public area. It is. If you tell me, if you tell me if you're going to arrest me if I do it, then what I'll do, I won't do it, but I'll go to my lawyer because I'm allowed and I know my rights and the rights are that you're allowed. The law says that you're allowed to take photography, including drone footage, in a public place.
Okay, what's your surname, please?
What?
What's your surname, please?
I'm not giving my name.
You're going to refuse to give details now, are you?
Well, unless you threaten me with some sort of arrest.
I'm a police officer, sir.
Yeah.
I don't threaten anyone.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't threaten.
So you're not going to threaten me with arrest if I don't give
Certainly
you...
not a threaten.
Okay.
I can use laws and powers, but it's certainly not a threat.
But I've not done nothing wrong. I've got the...
Ultimately, what's happened here is that the police have been called.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm now having to deal with you as a person. Therefore, I'm asking for your name and date of birth.
Why?
Because you've been involved in a call that I'm actually dealing with.
Yeah, but I don't have to give it. What? I mean, I don't understand why.
So then, if you're not going to give details, then I would strongly advise for you to just move on. Because at the moment, you've got 3 units here that are obviously dealing with you. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I know,
right?
but
I
I'm
need
just
to know who you are.
No, I'm a member of the public.
Yes, I appreciate that.
And I'm doing a lawful act. I'm doing photography and droning.
So why are you not, at the moment, you could be missing.
Yeah.
You could even be wanted.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And ultimately, as a police officer, we have the right to take you to custody to identify who you are if you do refuse to give details. You've been involved in a call, all right?
No, but
you've been involved in something that the police have been called for. So as a police officer, I'm requesting your name and your date of birth.
Yeah, but under what section? I don't understand. Under what section are you asking for my name and date of birth? Because I'm legally, and I don't want to go into civil law, into unlawful arrest and unlawful detention here. But if we go down that path, you know, we don't want to. I don't want to go unlawful detention, unlawful arrest, unlawful giving of my details.
The auditor drops the coldest line of the day. On which law do I have to give you my name and date of birth? And instantly, the officer freezes. No section, no act, no legal power, just pressure. This is where the whole vibe changes. When an officer can't answer a basic legal question, you know the auditor has the upper hand.
I'm not causing any trouble, officer. I just wanted to do what I...
Yeah, no, it's like I said, I just find when you're refusing to give something as simple as a name to a police officer, obviously it comes across as quite awkward, and that's probably my personal opinion of it, okay? And it's just sometimes it can make it a lot more difficult than it needs to be. On this occasion, obviously I've asked you to come from the building line, which you have. Photographs, they're like, that's fine, take a photograph, no problem. They've asked you not to put a drone up, all right? That's come from the business manager. I can only advise for you not to do that.
Okay.
All right, if you don't listen to it, potentially they're going to call us back and it'll have to be escalated. All right, but at the moment, I'm quite happy that you've come across the way. Obviously, I've said to them, like, you're not threatening or anything like that, but unfortunately, it can sometimes come across like that when a person is refusing to leave. Obviously, making things a little bit difficult, okay? So yeah, just please don't go doing anything silly. Please don't enter the building. Please don't enter past our barrier. No. All right, this pathway here, the pavement there, obviously that's public access, fine. But anything through the barrier, that's obviously their property, okay? And they can then again ask for you to leave.
To be honest, if they come out again and cause me hassle, I'll just move on. Because I don't want no trouble. I'd
probably advise for you to move on, but obviously you don't want to do that, do you?
Well, I'm just going to do a little bit of photography. It's only going to be 10-15 minutes.
No, I know that, but
and then I'll
as
be
I've
gone.
Explained to you, in there they do high security goods, and that's why they're saying as a business, please don't do it. But but as a police officer, obviously you don't want to, go down. We don't want to be causing any further issues for you. Okay, so just please respect what's been said. All right.
Thanks, officer.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye. And that's them gone. Well, where were we? Let's get the drone up. Well, let's get a bird's eye view of Concordia.
Takeoff.
police tried everything. Move over there. Don't film here. No drone. Like, bro, they threw the whole rulebook at him, except the actual laws. And what did the auditor do? He walked across the road, smiled, and launched the drone anyway like, if they can't stop me legally, they can't stop me at all. Police, you're not allowed. Auditor, watch me. Drone, bzzz, straight into the sky. Sometimes you just gotta love how calm, confident, and hilariously unstoppable this guy is.